Dr. Sanjay Mohite sir. In the today's lecture, we are going to see or cover the topic of rational irrational numbers, parallel lines. Total 9 topics we are going to cover with there some numericals and followed by the sums. So let us start with our topic of mathematics and ideal answer of the question. On the screen, you see a question number 1. Choose the correct alternative from each of the following question. Question is cube of minus 6 is minus 18, 216, minus 512 or minus 216. So let us elaborate the answer of this question. Whenever we consider called a cube means what we called as a power of 3. Let it be minus 6 cube. What will be its answer? Minus 6 cube. It means you have to write minus 6 totally 3 times. So here cube word is there. Therefore you will write minus 6 cube. And minus 6 cube is minus 6 into minus 6 into minus 6. So if I multiply first these two numbers, I will focus on the sign. Minus multiplied by minus will be plus. 3 multiply 6 multiplied by 6 will be 36. And the next number is now remain minus 6. This plus multiply by minus, then answer will be minus. And now you have to multiply by 36 multiply by 6. 6 6 are 36. Again 3 will be the carry forward. 6 3s are 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. And therefore the final answer of this question is minus 216. And therefore your answer of this question is, we can say as a option D, that is minus 216. That is D is the correct option of the given question. Let us move to the second question. This is also again the choose the correct alternatives question followed by total 4 option, and you have to select any one of it. See, basically, when we are learning about the MCQs, you should know the concept. So, if you understood the concept very well, then you can able to answer this question very quickly. That's why you have to read the textbook, write the properties in mathematics is also very important part. Now, the question is the point of concurrence. Now, what is mean by concurrence? The concurrence means if you have say this line number 1, line number 2 and another line is say line number 3. This line L1, this line L2 and this line L3 intersect in one common point say IO, then it is called as concurrent point. This is called as the concurrent points, and all these lines which are intersecting in this point, the all lines are called as concurrent lines. So these lines are concurrent lines. Which line? Line L1, line L2 and L3 are called as concurrent line, and all these lines are intersecting in one particular point, that is O, that will be called as a concurrent point. Now here for us the question is asked that the point of concurrence of a 3 altitude of a triangle, then we have to draw first triangle. So let us we will draw the first triangle. So I will draw, this is a triangle. See, we have the triangle called name is A, B and C. Now what is asked? You have to draw the altitude. So what is an altitude? A line segment joining from vertex to the base. What I say? The line segment joining vertex to the base of the triangle and making an angle of 90 degree at the base. then this is called altitude. So now AM is my first altitude. Similarly, I will draw the second altitude from point B, and say this is another altitude called BS, and I'll draw the another altitude, say again CT. Now all these altitude intersecting one particular point we called as a O. Now from this O we can able to draw, if you take this distance, then I can draw this type of circle which we called as a circumcircle. This is called as what? Circumcircle. So what is circumcircle? A circumcircle is a circle which is passing through the all vertex of the triangle. So now my point O, the question is in center. What is in center? If I draw the circle here, which is touching all the three sides, now this will be my in circle. So this is not in circle, circumcenter, and this is called the circumcenter, and we called it the point because the question is asked the point. This point is called as a orthocenter. This point is called as what? As a orthocenter. Therefore, my option of question is option number, that is C, orthocenter. You have to remember that whenever you draw any triangles 3 altitude, they are intersecting at one common point. That point is called as the orthocenter. This is regarding the question number 2. Now we will move to the next question, which is again an MCQ. This is related to about again the median of the triangle. The question is the centroid divides each median of the ratio. Now in this case, what the question is? The question is, if we have say a triangle, now what the question is there, we have to draw the median. Previously we saw the altitude, now we are going to see the median. So what is the median? Suppose this triangle is say ABC, and here I say M is a midpoint of say segment BC. What I say here, the M point is a midpoint of a segment BC. Then if you join the line segment, that AM, which become called the median of the triangle, and its point of congruence is called as a centroid. So this point is called a centroid of a point, and this centroid divide the ratio always 2 is to 1. It means this distance is double, then this distance is half. For example, if suppose this is 4, this distance is 4, then this distance will be the 8 of it, because if this is one time, then this is the double of it. So, and we are taking the median from the vertex. Therefore, my answer is going to be option A, that is 2 is to 1 is the correct answer of this question. Now the next question is, area of a circle is directly proportional to the square of its radius r, then what will be the statement of the variation? Now what is mean by a variation? First you have to see, a variation is always called as comparison between two variables. It's a comparison. It will be any two quantities comparison is going to be there. Here in this particular question we have area of a circle. So first we'll consider first variable is area of a circle, and in mathematics you have to, it is has to be assumed with certain symbol. So area of a circle, say I assume as a. The second quantity is about the radius. So the next point will be, I'll write radius of circle, and this is as the letter shown here in the question itself. So I'll denote it by R. So area of a circle is A, radius of a circle is R. Now we have these two variables. Now the statement says that area of a circle, so you have to write A first, directly proportional. So when it's directly proportional, there will be no denominator. The square of its radius. So radius I denoted by R, and the square, it means you have to write the power 2. So it is power 2. And my answer will become here in this question. The area of a circle directly proportional to the square is A directly proportional to the square. And look at that, the option I am getting here is an option C. Therefore, my answer of this question is option C. So let us move to the fifth question of MCQ. Now the question is two non-intersecting coplanar. Now what it mean by non-intersecting? Consider if suppose this is say line L1 and this is line L2. The question is what? Non-intersecting. So this is the line, we can say it is not intersecting. But if I draw a line in the second option, you can see here, this is the case number 2. This line is called intersecting line. This is intersecting line, while this is a non-intersecting line. This is non-intersecting, while this is then intersecting. Now the question is, if you have a two line non-intersecting, means option number 1. And in a coplanar, so what in by coplanar? So this is, suppose we have a plane. This is what we called as a plane. Any flat surface we called as a plane. Table is a plane, board is a plane, TV screen is a plane, and even the mobile screen is also plane. So if in a same plane, coplanar means in a same plane. Now I have, according to this condition, these are the two lines, say L1 and L2 are coplanar. This is the P plane, lies in the same plane, coplanar and non-intersecting. It means definitely they are said to be a parallel lines. Therefore, these lines are what? Parallel line, and therefore my option is C for this particular question. So this way we completed 5 MCQs of each one with their explanation. Now let us move to the question 1B. This revision is for the first semester examination. Many of the students are appearing for this examination. Their maths paper is going on, or maybe in the future if they want to write the maths paper, then what will be your presentation is required. For that purposes, this video is prepared for you student. If you like it, you subscribe our channel, as well as please forward this all videos to other student also. Let us move to the next question. The question is, a given question is number is 3 by 4, and here it is asked write in the decimal form. So whenever you have to write, this is called a fractional form. This is what we have, a fractional. So when we say the number is fractional, a number is said to be fractional if it has a numerator, that is a upper part, and the lower part what we called as a denominator. If both are present, then we call this is a fraction. But for us it is asked that you have to convert into the decimal. So we should know that every fraction can be able to convert into its decimal form. Means every fraction we can able to convert into its decimal form. So if it is a fraction, then there exists its decimal form. So let us see about this question, how to convert the given fraction 3 by 4 into its decimal form. So what I will do here, a denominator number 4, you have to divide by 3. So the number 4 is less than 3. So in a 4 table, it start with the 4, it will not begin with the 3. So we have to take a division of 0. So we will take a 0, 4 multiplied by 0 is 0, 3 minus 0 is 3. Now you will put a decimal sign. Once you give a decimal sign, it is allowed you to take 1 0. So I borrow 1 0 here because I put one decimal sign. Now the 30 is bigger than 4, therefore division is possible. So now we'll start with the division. Then we have 4 sevens are 28. So 4 sevens are 28, then 2 will be what we called as a remainder. Then already you are given one decimal sign, so it is allowed to take 1 0, and in the table of 4 the 20 comes, 4 5s are 20, and therefore your remainder is going to be 0, and here our remainder is 0, therefore division is get terminated, and my final answer is 4 by 3 is equal to 0.75, which is a decimal form, and 4 by 3 is what we call as a fraction form. So every fraction can be able to convert into its decimal form. Now move to the next question. Now the next question is, solve the following sub question, and in this question it is asked the number you have to write in the rational indices. So again, what is mean by rational? You should know a 8th standard student the basic concept, because if you able to understood mathematics basic concept is well, then your fundamental mathematical background will be definitely strong. And see that if you observe around surrounding those successful people whose mathematical foundation is strong, their decision power and everything is definitely going to be strong. So that's why we have to improve your mathematical skill. Mathematics is not a different subject or difficult subject, but we have to do some efforts on it. So rational indices. So rational means a number in the form of, we call numerator upon denominator. Now what the question is given here, fifth root. See, whenever a number is given, this is what we call a base. This is called base. And when you write in the form of power, this a by m is entirely called as a power. So a is a base, m by n is a power, where m indicate its power and this n indicate its root. So whenever the question is asked in pattern of this, then you have to follow this rule. Now what the question is, the question is 27. So I'll write 27 here, and this is what the position of root, and this is the position of what called power. The question is for 27. What is the fifth root? So root will be in the denominator, and the fourth power, so this is what we have, fourth power, and therefore my answer is 27 raised to 4 by 5 is the final answer of this question. Let us move to the third question, that is what we called as a expansion. We have to expand this, x plus 2 and x plus 3. So x plus 2 and x plus 3. Now this expansion can be done by using two methods. Here we will expand directly. Two brackets are there. Whenever two brackets are there, then you have to multiply by the first bracket with the first number of the second bracket and the second number with the same bracket. So what I did here, first I multiply by x with the second bracket and 2 with the second bracket. So now x multiplied by x is x square, 3 multiplied by x is 3x, and then 2 multiplied by x is 2x, and 3 2s are 6. So the final answer will be x square plus 3 plus 2 is 5x plus 6. This is the expansion by the one of the method, but as a student of 8th standard, we have to use the formula. Which formula? X plus a in the first bracket, x plus b in the second bracket, then is x square, a plus b bracket close into x into ab. I will get the answer of this question in one line. See, the x and x both are same in the both the bracket. A will be replaced by 2 and b will be replaced by 3. So this is x square, a is 2, b is 3, x is x, a is 2, b is 3, and therefore final answer will be x square 3 plus 2 5x 6. So in this way also, by using formula we can get the same answer. The formula is nothing but the extended version of that. Okay, now we'll coming to the question number 4. The question number 4 says that is the below statement of direct variation. So statement is given to you, as I told you in the previous question also in the MCQ. Whenever the question comes about the variation, we have to find out the variables. And how many variables you have to find out? 2. So which are that? To get this variable, I have to read the sentence. Number of pipes. Now question is what? Number of pipes of same size. So my first variable is, say, number of pipes of, say, same size. This is already information provided to us. So the number of pipe of, say, x, I will use letter n here because n word appear there, and to fill the tank, and the time taken. So time taken to fill the tank. So time taken to fill the tank, I will take as a T. Now we know that if in our house, if number of pipes are increases simultaneously to fill one of the tank, then if the more number of pipes are on or taps are on, then your bucket will be definitely fill fast. It means less number of numbers of pipe, it will take more time, and more number of pipe will take a less time. So it means n is inversely proportional of time, and this is it a direct proportion? So answer of this question is below statement is direct variation. So my answer is no, it is not a direct variation. But what is it is? It is, we have to write, it is inverse variation. Then you will get the out of marks for that particular question. This is what we solved about the question number 4. Now we'll come to the question number 5. The question 5 is the mark price is rupees 1700. So you will provide the data here. Whenever the question comes in this form, you have to write the data. So for us, it is given market price is 1700 rupees, and selling price is also given to us. The selling price is 1540 rupees. Now I have a market price as well as selling price. So what is it is asked to calculate a discount to be calculated. So now I have a data, market price I know, selling prices I know, discount to be calculated. Then you have to recall by ourselves, and we'll coming to the formula. Discount is equal to market price minus selling price. So we have market price 1700, selling price 1540, and if you subtract 1700 1540, we have to subtract to get a discount. So 0 minus 0 is 0. You have to borrow 1 here. 10 minus 4 is 6, and 10 minus 6 is 1 here. So total discount will be 160 rupees, and therefore discount for it is 160 rupees. We here completed question number 1. We decided to continue with our these questions with a part wise. So here we completed the part 1. For next question we will give the series of part 2. So in between, please follow and subscribe our channel and see these questions and practice it. All the best for all.